right. Chest back day. We are going to go and get her done.
We dominated half.
Oh, good Lord. So it is not that cold out today, only 48 degrees, but it is like dreary and rainy. It's been that way all day long. Just one of those days where, you know, you sit around the house and you don't do a whole lot. You know, you just don't feel like doing much, right? So anyway, start off the Jeep chat. What should we talk about? Oh, let's talk about pre-workout. Rice Krispies, banana. That is the meal today. I feel like that is a really solid pre-workout meal for me. When I get my Rice Krispies and banana in, I usually have a really good pump on those days. And I am a big fan of an hour and a half to 2 hours before the workout, Rice Krispies and banana. Pre-workout shake. Definitely got that in. And we do have the intra workout that we will be working on again. So that is what we got. Yeah, that's about it. Let's see, we are doing, oh, that's interesting. Guess they're towing something there. Hope they paid their bill. We are doing chest and back today. I still have a little tweak in my chest on the right hand side. Not terrible, but it's there. I can feel it when I take a breath in. So what should we do? Just go hard as fuck? Try to max? Probably not. Probably not the best approach when you got a little muscle tweak. So we're gonna do what we can to make sure it don't flare up today. Does that mean deload? Maybe. I think that's gonna really depend on how our warm-up feels. And we're gonna allow that to guide us into what we're going to do. And when we do back, usually when I do chest, I will warm up chest, do all my chest routine, and I kind of feel like my back gets kind of warm as I'm doing, you know, the chest routine, which maybe I'm fucking just totally wrong about that. But that's how I've always felt. I felt like if I warm up my chest, do my exercises, I can kind of flow into back, because some of those chest exercises, I feel like recruit just a few back muscles here and there. Not a lot, but, you know, to some degree, right? So today I think we're going to warm up our back because the last time we did chest and back and I had this little tweak, everything felt really good all the way through chest, and then I did my first set of I think it was low to high rows we were doing on the machine. I did my first set of low to highs, and the last rep on the first set I tweaked my chest again. I felt it, and I think that's just because, you know, I was going pretty hard, and you know, it is what it is, right? I strained a little bit on the last couple of reps, recruited a few more muscles on that last rep, trying to ensure that I went to failure. And I think a nice little warm up, and we'll just see if we're feeling anything at all. Maybe we deload a little tiny bit on that movement or do a different movement. Because, yeah, because that was uncomfortable, right? And it kind of, I think it prolonged, not really the injury, but the uncomfortability of this pain or whatever we're dealing with. It just prolonged it to a degree that it didn't need to be prolonged. So I think we can keep that from happening by getting in there and getting a good warm up and seeing how everything feels. And honestly, we should be warming up every single time, every single body part, to make sure that we are at a point where there's no muscularity that's uncomfortable before we start lifting. You know, and sometimes I don't. So, or maybe you don't know. All right, so after the lift today, it will be post-workout Jeep chat. Today, I did not do cardio in the morning time. Didn't feel like it. So I will get my cardio in tonight after the workout. Get my hour in. Yesterday, we only got 30 minutes of cardio in. So I did this entire 90-day cycle. We're almost finished with the cycle. One day, I missed my full hour's worth of cardio and got 30 minutes in on that one day. So I'm pretty proud of that. That's a pretty good track record. And then even getting the 30 minutes, getting something in, that provided consistency. Now, other thing that I did yesterday was went on date night with my wife, something I've been needing to do for a while. And we went out to an Italian restaurant, and I got the chicken parmesan with the vodka sauce. I had toasted ravioli, and then they have amazing bread with this olive oil and balsamic vinegar dipping sauce. By my estimation, it was somewhere around 4,500 calories for that meal. And I would say that you could probably add another 100 to 200 calories on top of that estimation for the olive oil and the, you know, other things that I ate. Oh, and I also had a piece of chocolate cake with some ice cream. And all that was logged at 4,500 calories, right? What wasn't logged was the olive oil. I should have logged it, I guess, but I didn't. I just fucking didn't. But anyway, when it took the calories out of my calorie bank, I still have, and my calorie bank only goes back a little less than 14 days right now. So I still got 2,300 calories that I was under budget in my calorie bank. So I didn't like go over budget or anything like that as far as like my calorie bank. Like I banked enough calories that I could have that meal according to my macro tracker. And if you want a macro tracker that does that, stupid simple macro tracker, that's what I suggest. Yes, there is a one-time fee, but then you have it for life. And I also like that there's not a subscription and you got to pay for it over and over again. It's just a one-time fee and you have it for life. So I think that's really nice. But anyway, so I stepped on the scale today, fully expecting to see 210 pounds, something ridiculous like that. Like putting on 8 or 9 pounds of water weight, and it was 204. And that was before I had been able to evacuate a lot of this food and just get it out of my system. So to only have put on 2 pounds after that, even in water weight, having all those carbs and everything, to only have put on 2 pounds. Very happy with that weigh-in this morning. Very happy. And I don't feel like I need to go in here and do anything extra to burn any extra calories, try to make up for it or anything like that. I know that during this cycle, I've done that in the past. And that's not always the healthiest thing to do or the healthiest mindset to get into. But I felt like it was warranted when I did it the last few days, or the last time. This time, not so much. And if you've been following along with this 90 days, you'll notice I've had several days that I have went over my calorie budget. But I've been consistent enough that those days have not impacted the total weight loss that's occurring. And I'm at the 1.5 pound mark for weight loss every week, which is absolutely fine with me. Now, if we don't hit that this week, we'll know why. I overate. So, are we gonna are we gonna lose 1.5 pounds? Well, it might be a situation where we just lose 0.5 pounds this week, because we all ate, 5,500 calories almost, right? But it also doesn't take into account the 1,200 calories worth of exercise that we did. So you can really bump that 5,000 calories. Let's just say 5,000. So we can bump that 5,000 calories down to what, 4,800 because of the cardio and the exercise that I did yesterday. So it really wasn't quite that much, but it's still very impactful for weight loss, because if we spread that across, and exercise is just not a good way to make up for it. It's just not. It just takes so much more exercise to burn calories than it does to eat excessive calories. So really, diet is where it's at when it comes to weight loss. And then exercise is a cherry on top that helps you optimize it. It's all about optimization. We talked about this with supplements, with many different things. It's all about optimization. So it provides us the ability to optimize our weight loss progress by throwing exercise in on top. But the calorie counting, that is where it's at. That is where it's at. And it's always so exciting to talk to somebody else who understands that, and understands like tracking your macros, calorie counting. These things are what is going to change your physique the most. And then everything else is just a cherry on top to help you build your body to where you want it to be. But nutrition and food is really key to getting to where you're trying to get to. And I feel like I lose more weight when I eat whole foods also. Like, the simpler I keep it, the more weight I'll lose that weight. And what I mean by that is, let's say I go to Wendy's, McDonald's, and Burger King, and Chick-fil-A a whole lot throughout the week, and I'm keeping my calories under the 1,800 calories I've allotted myself. I'm doing everything right, everything the way I want to do it. My weight loss will be maybe like 0.75 pounds to a pound. But if I'm just eating potatoes, chicken, extra lean ground beef, I'm making I'm using like at most like a can of Rotel, right? Things like that. Just very simple foods that don't take a lot of ingredients, and I'm utilizing a little more spice to enhance the flavor, less sauces, using carb sources like rice, oatmeal, cream of wheat, cream of rice, and I'm using those things, sourdough bread, or I'm making my own dough with a cup of flour and some Greek yogurt. That's a really good dough to make. So when I'm doing those things, my weight loss will be like 1.5 pounds per week and be a little bit better. And here's what my theory is. I don't think it's because the calories are changing, but I think it's how these restaurants provide you the calorie count. It's not 100% accurate. There's a level of deviation that's allowed, and I think they're taking advantage of that level of deviation. Now, it's 20% the deviation that you can have on the back of products in the grocery store, or at restaurants and so on and so forth. And who knows if it's even more or less than that, because who's the fucking police out here that's testing all of this and making sure that it's within 20%? I can guarantee you that we're just trusting some of these companies. So when you go to these various places and they say, oh, our hamburgers are 440 calories, I bet you some of those hamburgers are 600 calories, and they have either purposefully lowered the calorie count so you'll go there and buy that, or unintentionally the calorie count is a little bit higher. And that's why I think changes it up. Because if I did go out to eat like that and I lowered my calorie consumption to 1,500 calories a day for that week, I guarantee I'd lose the same rate of weight. So there's something to be said for eating very simple foods when you're losing weight. Instead of eating complex food sources that take a lot of ingredients and things of that nature. And there's also something to be said for like keto bread, powdered peanut butter, parquet, low calorie oils that you can find. Just everywhere that you can cut calories down is a win when you're in a dieting phase. So, all that to say that calories in versus calories out is what is going to make you lose weight. You need a weight loss tracker. You need a calorie counter. You need to make sure you're tracking your calories. You need to make sure you're tracking your carbohydrates, your protein, and your fats. At some point, if you're really serious about bodybuilding, you're going to need to start tracking all your macronutrients at some point. If you want to give yourself the best advantage that you can to compete with yourself in this sport and be better than you were the next day, at some point you're going to have to make those consistencies happen. And yeah, I mean, it takes some time out of your day, right? It takes me a little bit more time to punch in exactly what I'm eating. It takes a little time to put my food on the food scale and weigh it. It takes a little bit more time to do those things than you would normally do, but the benefits outweigh the amount of time that you utilize to make sure that you're on track for the physique goals that you have for yourself. So make sure that you're counting all your calories. And then when you feel good about counting your calories, start tracking your protein. Make sure you're hitting your protein goal. And when you feel good about that, go ahead and start tracking your fats. Make sure you're hitting your fat goal. And then after you do that, you can just fill everything else in for your calorie consumption with carbohydrates. And that is the easiest explanation of how to track a bodybuilding diet the proper way. Right? Would be to track all of those. Your calories, number one, bang. Protein, number two, got to hit that goal. Fats, number three. Carbohydrates, important, but it's last on the list, and we're going to fill in every calorie we can with carbohydrates after we've used up proteins, fats, and yeah, and that's the methodology. That's the methodology that I use it anyway. So, and then, you know, if you want a carb cycle, if you want those things, if it makes sense for your lifestyle and you like how it works, fine, do it. If it doesn't, don't do it. I'm doing it right now. One, I wanted to try it out and see what effect it has on my body. And two, I've been dieting for a full year when I started doing this, and it was just a way to change up the way I was dieting to make it fresh and new again. And it got me back on track, back to losing weight, right back where I needed to be. And I don't think that any of that came because I have lower calories on certain days and higher calories on certain days. I think that all came about because my calorie consumption has averaged where it needs to average to ensure weight loss every 7 days. So that's why I think that it's actually worked. I don't think there's a magic bullet for it. Like, technically, I intermittent fast because I wake up in the morning, try to go get my cardio in, work on some work around the house, answer emails, things like that for work, and then eat around 12 or 1. I do this so that I'm only having my second dinner around, 4 or 5. Then after I work out, I can have a big dinner and go straight to bed, right? So for me, breakfast is noon, dinner is 4 or 5, or breakfast is noon, lunch is 4 or 5, and dinner is after I get done working out at night. And technically it's intermittent fasting, but I'm not doing it because of intermittent fasting. I'm just doing it because that helps me not go into the kitchen at nighttime and just ravage the fucking kitchen and eat everything in sight. So anyway, I feel like I've been on a bit of a nutrition rant here. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one short. And let's go in here and get this workout done. And then we will report back and talk about how it went after. Hopefully there's no strained muscles involved. But we're going to see in about an hour and a half what this pump looks like. Jungle, baby. All right, so far in our warm up, everything's felt really fucking good. So we're gonna give it a fucking go. Full blast. See how it feels. That was silly. Let's try and do this without looking like an asshole. Probably not. That actually felt good. Felt good. That felt good. He won't leave me alone. Just do a little bit of moving, doing something little, got more. Just kept trying to get a little better, so a little better than before. I used to lift a little bit of do it so the little got more. I just keep trying to lift a little heavier, so a little heavier than before. one of those days where every time I go to do something, somebody else runs in there to do it. So anyway, pump check room was taken at the time, which is fine. Makes sense. Other people got to check their pumps. Man, the abs are starting to look sick. I don't know what that light back looks like. You're gonna have to let me know. We're getting there. Not yet. All right. Good workout. Back workout was pretty decent, and the rest of the workout was pretty decent. I think we got a really good pump in. I would say 8 out of 10 for tonight's workout. There was one time during one of my sets on chest where I felt like I should lighten up, but I was able to go to the end on everything and hit failure in every set except for the one. And I was also able to get some reps beyond failure. So, you know, I love that. It's always nice. I'll tell you something that was interesting was, I don't know if I've lost too much weight. It was almost like, you know, when I was pulling the weights down for the first chest fly, I was like, it was kind of throwing me around because I'm lighter than I used to be. And so I don't have as much body weight to like push down the chest flies with just pure weight. And I've noticed that like playing basketball. Y'all know that I'm a big basketball guy. I really love to have my basketball sessions, and I've noticed that, you know, I cannot play basketball the way I used to. I would play down low, get up under the goal, push people around with my body weight, lean on people, and I just don't have the weight to do that anymore. But that too shall pass. And when we put the weight back on, we are gonna be absolute fucking beast. 225 pounds of pure fucking muscle is around the corner. And we are gonna definitely make it happen. Tonight, our post-workout meal is going to be a badass hamburger with 2 4.5 ounce patties, a couple slices of fat-free American cheese, bacon, lettuce, tomato, light mayonnaise, light ketchup, light mustard, maybe some pickle chopped up, and French fries, air fried in the air fryer. And it's gonna be scrumptious. I'm very excited about it. I had my creatine and my protein shake earlier today for breakfast, around breakfast. And I don't know why, I just felt like having it earlier in the day, so I did. And yeah, I'm kind of missing it. Wish I waited till after exercise and took it like I normally do, and got the little tiny extra benefits of having it post exercise, but I didn't, and it is what it is. Fuck it. So I hope y'all have a wonderful night. I will see everybody tomorrow, but get out there and dominate everything you do inside and outside of the gym.